Okay, today, so what we're going to be looking at is the iCon iDJ compact MIDI controller. It's a great wee controller, and it's a bit of a bargain buy at the moment. You can pick it up for around about £60 from online retailers such as Juno and DV247. This is the white one. You also get the black version too. So this is going to be a really quick overview of exactly what this little bit of kit does. So we have two decks, one here and the other one here. Basically the same on each side, and you have your crossfader in the middle and your two faders up and down. Inside the box you also get Decadence to get you started, and the software is actually quite good, and it really just links straight into this device and you can just get mixing straight away. You don't need any sort of external sound card or anything with this or another sound card. I've just hooked that into my computer down there, and basically I'm just using the onboard sound. I'm able to listen to the music through my speakers, and I'm also able to monitor music through my headphones. How it all works I don't really know. I installed a thing called ASIO for all, and it seems to route some of the music out of the speakers, which just comes out of my normal channel that the speakers are normally connected into. My headphones I plugged into another port in the back of my computer, just another 3.5mm jack, and I get monitoring through that, so no need for another sound card or anything like that. You can just get going. So on the device we've got the fader for your pitch control, has just the dip there for the 0%. You have your loop in and out, you have to increase your loop and decrease your loop, you have your sync button for all you cheaters that don't want to use the pitch control, and you also have vinyl mode, which takes off the vinyl emulation on this. These are actually touch sensitive, as you can see, so it's touch sensitive to this, and this is for nudging your pitch up and down for when mixing the track in. You have your balance up here for your left to right, high, mid, low, and you've also got your gain there as well. Faders are good, they've got a bit of resistance to them, they feel good as well. Crossfader is light and smooth, and you have a crossfader adjustment, the crossfader curve here. Not quite sure how you use that yet, but there will be easy enough once we read through the manual eventually. You have your buttons in the middle, which are already mapped to Decadence, which I'll go over afterwards, and you have 4 assignable knobs here, which again are already signed in Decadence to use. Again, I'll go over that again once we're into the program. The only part of the layout I don't really like is the mid. It's just a bit close, and as you can see, sometimes when you turn it with your thumb you can move the platter as well, so you have to really watch when using that. I'm not a big user of the mids, it's mostly the lows and the highs, but not the greatest position, but it is a compact device and it is only £60. It's quite a weighty device, it feels quite good. As you can see, it's quite sturdy actually, doesn't rattle. The knobs themselves feel really good, all the lights themselves light up, as you can see from hitting, they feel really good. So generally for a £60 device, I would say easily that the build on this would be worthwhile even at double the price. So let's get into the Decadence software and let's see how this thing works, show you how it goes, show you what all the keys and things do. So on the computer we've got Decadence over here. Decadence will just load up. This was really easy to set up. All I basically done was this, so I'll show you. If you can see, I went to setup, and then down here, remote controller, scanned for the device, and then it just came up. I just asked me if I wanted to turn it on, I said yes, and it turned on, and that was it done. That was the control. The only other thing I had to do was go up to audio, which is up here, and I had to change the audio driver to ASIO, and the audio interface was ASIO for all, version 2. I don't really know what all this does, but it makes things work, which is great. It then assigned my speakers to the output of 1 and 2, which is my normal output, and then my headphones to another output at the back of my computer. That's what I plug the headphones into, so I get sound from my headphones from whatever channel I'm monitoring, and I get sound from the actual device, well, from the computer for whatever the device is playing at the time, just like a traditional DJ setup. So what are the buttons in that do? Well, as you can see, if you look at the faders, I'm going to move the faders here and things, and you'll see on the screen faders are moving there, other fader moves up and down there, and crossfader side to side. It's got a tiny little bit of lag, but not much at all. Very, very minimal on that one, so pretty happy with that. Obviously you've got your pitch fading at the side, as you can see. So a couple of the other buttons, what do they all do? Well, loops and everything is pretty self-explanatory. They control the loops, in and out, etc. It's the middle ones here that are a bit different. So this one here monitors track A, monitors track B. So if I push this button here, you'll see that the monitor function comes on so that you can hear whatever's coming through the headphones. This one here does it for track B. These two in here scroll through the effects. Effects for track A, effects for track B. So as you see, you'll go through your effects. The actual control knobs there then control the Y and X axis on whatever effect you have at the time. Pretty simple. And obviously this one controls the other effects on the other deck, and this here. This is to go up and down through your actual music, so you'll see that there is music here. So that goes up and down. This will load track A and this will load track B. So let's load a quick tune, whichever one that is, so that will load there, and the music will load into the track up there. You can then use this. We'll put the fader up first. As you can see, it's just probably not the best for scratching, but if you're just doing your traditional DJing, it's pretty good, to be honest, for a £60 controller. Please remember where we are. So that's one deck loaded. Let's load up the other deck. So by using this button here, we'll move down to this one and we'll load this into track B. Simple as that. So on this track now, if I put the fader up, we get that. So let's start with that tune there. We can speed it up a little bit, which is perfect. We'll turn the fader down on the other one. If we push the sync button on this side, just to get the beats in time pretty quickly, that will sync up that tune there, and then we can kick the song in just a second. There we go. Now it'll probably be a bit of time, as you can see, but if we just nudge it, it works like a pitch bend. There you go. We can turn a bit of the bass down there, and there we are. 2 tracks mixing. If we want to do a bit of the loop in and out, that's increasing the loop, and this will decrease the loop. See that? Very easy. And then you've got your effects here, so you might want to change. So if I use the effects on this side, you can get an idea of the sort of filters. I think most of them are really filters, but there is a couple of other ones at the end if we go to them. Simple as that, really. And that's really it. So it goes to show such a small controller can be actually quite powerful and really get you into the next really quickly for your £60. I can't really think of anything else at the same sort of price point that would be able or be essentially as good as this for setting up in your mixes. So I hope that's been a bit of a help for you. I didn't see much reviews on this actual device, which is why I just made this quick overview for you. If there's anything you want to ask, you can always ask me a question on YouTube and I'll try and get back to you. But my feeling on the device, compact, it's about the same size, well actually a little bit smaller than a standard keyboard, if you can see my keyboard there, to actually give you that sort of size. So maybe not great for people with massive hands, but for general usage, absolutely perfect. Hope this review's been helpful for you. Thanks very much for watching, and yeah, thank you.